こんにちは、私はジェドちゃんです。よろしくお願いします。So, who's gonna tell me that I came on camera unintentionally looking like Evernight from Honkai Star Rail? The pink and black? I mean, this is episode 8 of Evilius Chronicles, and by the time you're watching this, it is also October. So yeah, it's time for me to step into the dark side with my makeup that I almost forgot how to do. Like, it's been a while since I've like done actual like eyeshadow that wasn't like my quick little dual eyeshadow tube. So I had to manually do my eyeshadow, and I'm not sure how it will look up close. I'm not sure if you can see how botched it is, but in the mirror I was like, oh, this might not be the greatest thing. This lipstick might also not be the best thing either. But I tried. Throughout this month, I will probably try to get better. But when I'm doing Evilius Chronicles, I will try to, do a bit more of the, dark look. I really don't even know what else to say. I'm just here. I'm legitimately just here. So, comments. Like, I used to be a very big Halloween person. I used to dress up for Halloween all the time. Last couple of years, I have not been dressing up because I've just been, like, too lazy to do so. I might not even dress up this year on the actual day. I'm gonna be doing maybe a cosplay video, but it's not even gonna be, like, anything dark. It's literally gonna be probably a budget cosplay, so there's that. I don't really know what else to say. Conchita, my queen. Also, I read somewhere that Arte and Polo are so close to Conchita because she looks like Meta, Hansel and Gretel's mother. And I feel like that makes sense. I definitely feel like that makes sense. Your reincarnation would definitely be close with another reincarnation that your previous incarnation knew before. So that's why in this reincarnation you would be comfortable with said person. I have no idea what I just said, but I'm pretty sure that it may make sense and it may not. I have no freaking clue. Just like in Vinomania's missing list, in Conchita today's menu is in reference to Vocaloid's favorite food: scallion, miku, octopus, Luca, eggplant, gakapo, ice cream, kaito, and bread for Teto. So she actually had been eating the other Vocaloids from breakfast to supper. Also, yeah, Project Sekai had an Evilius event before. Unfortunately, Gakupo or Vinomania song was not included since he is not owned by Krypton Future Media like Meko or Miku. This is something, the first thing is definitely something that I did not catch. Like, I did not even really think about the foods being related to the Vocaloids. I should have. That should have been something that popped in my mind, but it didn't. And I'm disappointed that it did not register for me. So, but I'm glad it does now. I'm glad it does now because that's funny. It shouldn't be, but it is funny. Something I like about Banika is, despite how much she has changed a lot, she's pretty much exactly the same in terms of her personality. From the start, she had a deep affection towards food that she actually studied it for a few years. She genuinely enjoyed food and wanted to share her gift for finding amazing flavors with the entire world. She actually revolutionized the entire food culture. When it came to making the contract, she was actually willing to die to her sickness. The only reason she accepted it is that the demon offered her the idea of being able to taste anything. She didn't mind being fat. In the end, she refused to comply with the demon by instead eating herself, which meant eating the demon within herself. Also, pretty funny mistake, but it's Banika, but it's Bernica, not Banika, not Bianca. Okay. So the thing is, someone else said it's Banika. So, apparently her name is Banika. Banika, apparently. And I was saying Bianca. Now, sometimes, like, I already told you guys, sometimes I cannot read, like, sometimes I cannot pronounce things. My brain, it doesn't work like that. So, the whole time I was saying Bianca, her name is Banika. So, there's that. I will now remember that. So, sorry, Banika. Also, Prim isn't the ancestor of Carlos Marlin. She just married the current king of Marlin. That too makes sense. That too makes sense. Sakura Angel says, my favorite sinner is here. A lot of people like, Banika. And it's interesting to me because of the fact that, Banika, the Gluttony arc is only 2 songs. So I think it's nice to see Meko get some recognition from this song specifically, because I think of how bold or wild it is, which is something that I really like. I really like more bold and wild, unexpected things. Like the cannibal thing, that's very interesting for her character. When you're approaching it from the perspective of gluttony. So I just really liked it that that POV in that song. Okay, so our 3 songs for today, and I'm saying 3 songs this time because next time we're going to be doing 4, but this week is Neomaria of the Inverted Gravestone, A Hero's Armor is Always Crimson, and Swear an Oath on That Bridge. So that means the next time we do this, I'm going to be setting this up where we can do Twilight Prank, Daughter of Evil, The Servant of Evil, and Regret Message, because I think these 3 go together. Daughter of Evil, Servant of Evil, and Regret Message is the 3rd song because it is the next part of these 2. I do know that, I believe. And because the next songs after that are like so long, like 8-7 minutes, these are where we get into like the more like longer. The Tale of Mbizaka is 7 minutes. Yeah. So before that, this time, since we're going into October, you guys might need like a quick read for something, kind of, I wouldn't say scary, but more like, more traumatic, and you guys still want to be in the room of Vocaloid, read Acute. Acute is a one-shot that I got when it very first came out, and especially because I really loved and still love the song Acute by Luca, Miku, and Kaito. Now, and it has a story to it. The song story is, I would say, more tragic than the one in the manga, actually. Let me show you the inside first. Okay, this is one of the color pages. The art in here is actually really good. The story is messed up, as you could say most Vocaloid song stories are. I'm pretty sure you can still find this manga. I know sometimes it's sold out, I believe. You can't really find it some places. But I'm pretty sure it's still available. If not, then just listen to the song and read and decipher the song. Especially the Project Diva PV. Because I love the Project Diva PV for this. When I play Project Diva, I will play Acute to absolute death. Now, I will say that in here, Miku is I'm just gonna, she's yandere, in here. So as far as the story for Acute goes, Acute is basically a story of 3 best friends, okay? Miku, Luca, and Kaito. In the manga, they grew up together and things like that. In the manga, Kaito and Luca like each other, but Miku also likes Kaito. And so what happens is basically Miku gets jealous because she thinks she's going to be left behind because Luca and Kaito like each other. So she becomes a little bit obsessive, and when she finds out that Kaito is dating Luca, she's like, I want you to like me in the same way that Luca does. And so basically Kaito ends up cheating and regretting it later because Miku just completely loses her mind. And spoiler for all of this, basically, by the end of the manga, she ends up going crazy and she ends up stabbing Kaito. um, and cutting her own throat. They both survive, I think. Well, by the end, Miku's standing on the edge of a roof, but I think it's interpreted if you think that, you know, she's standing there to, like, let go of what happened, or if you think she's standing there for her to jump off. But that's your interpretation. Whatever way, it's set up so that you can think of your own ending for them. But yeah, they both live in the manga. And also in the manga, it adds a little bit of trauma to Kaito as well, because apparently in the manga, Kaito had, has parental trauma because his father ended up murdering his mother because, I'm not sure, did she cheat or something? I can't remember what it was. Let me see. Actually, never mind. Apparently his dad ended up losing his company, so he, just decided to do, like, a family murder. He killed Kaito's mom, and then he ended up stabbing child Kaito, and then himself. But Kaito ended up surviving, obviously. And then later on, when Miku stabbed him, he also ended up surviving. In this song, I think it's a little different because of the fact that I don't think apparently in the song it's different because Miku and Kaito are the one that's the couple. And he ends up getting enamored with Luka and cheating with her. So it's kind of like switched around because in the manga, Kaito's with Luka first, before all that stuff happens. Yeah, Miku ends up like suspecting something, like they're like hanging out and stuff like that. And basically the events fold pretty much the same way, except for when she stabs Kaito, she ends up killing him, I believe. And then when she stabs herself, she does end up also dying, which leaves Luka ultimately alone. So, yeah. Moral of the story, don't cheat. Don't go crazy and don't cheat. Like, and if someone does, like, don't die, I guess. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Anyway, Acute is a very intriguing story. I love dark Vocaloid stuff, so that's why I say, like, Evilius Chronicles does not bother me because I'm a little peculiar. So anyway, yeah, let's get started. I'm done. So, starting with Neomaria of the Inverted Gravestone. Oh. This is an interesting sound. Okay, this is an interesting sound here. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. I'm not sure who these characters are yet. That may be a problem, I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, internet, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. That girl, someone raised by a witch. A silver sparrow. The Neomaria of the Inverted Gravestone. To simply kill people without emotion. That was her doctrine. The doctrine of the Witch of Chaos. Everything was an experiment. And also a beginning. I can't tell who's singing. I can't tell who this is. The one to prefix in a prototype assassin. Her entire family had been burnt up by blue flames. The isolated girl carried a seed of malice. I don't know, is this Haku? I'm genuinely not sure. I'm genuinely confused. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure this out. Who is this? A caravan advancing on the eastern desert suddenly disappeared one day. The assassin's dagger of the inverted gravestone. That was her first job. A girl who had her name etched into a gravestone by birth. That girl. A murderer doll. Today's target. A red-garbed fugitive who betrayed his country and killed his sibling. The witch told her, promptly erase him. But this couldn't possibly be the new Rin Lin reincarnation, right? The marked red clothes showed themselves at the top of a cliff. She ambushes her target, a boy who wasn't that much older than her. For the first time, some slight feelings of doubt were born in her. Her feet slipped. She fell from the cliff. Her consciousness gradually blurred. The boy wearing red drew closer. He had his sword drawn. A girl who had her name etched into the grave site by birth. When she woke up, she'd lost her memories. The girl stopped in the wasteland. On her body, the traces of medical care. Eventually, she was picked up by a traveling group. That was the courage of the chivalric order who belonged to a certain country. She forgot both her sins and her malice and walked along a new life. Relying on her faint memories, she went by the name of Miriam. Okay, so Miriam. A girl who had her name etched into a gravesite by birth. But there is no one now who knows that name. I like the instrumental for this. It's so weird. It's so weird, and I like it. Oh! Lucifinia Trinity. Interesting. Wait. Hold on. I'm not done yet. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a slide there's slides just for this one. Okay. Let me understand. Is this Gakupo? Gakupo and who? Neomaria of the inverted gravestone. Oh, why am I trying to sound all just Neomaria of the inverted gravestone. Of the girl's family was murdered by a mage named Abyss IR. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that. Why am I messing around? After the girl's family was murdered by a mage named Abyss IR, the mage raised her to become an assassin named Neomaria. The real identity of the mage was Irina, having a new human body to control. After obtaining Vessel of Pride, Mirror, and splitting it into 4. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this is Irina. Why didn't that sound like Irina to me? I don't know, I can't tell. Sometimes I literally cannot tell. Sometimes I don't listen to certain Vocaloids as much, or so certain vocal synths as much as others, so sometimes they just get a little mixed up, especially with the way they're tuned, sound a little different to me sometimes, so I can't, I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I can't tell. One day, she was assigned to kill a fugitive who had betrayed his country and killed his younger brother. Waiting at the top of the cliff, prepared to attack, she realized that the red cloth boy was just a few years older. Hesitating, she slipped off the cliff and hit her head, losing consciousness. Why did you hesitate just because he's a few years older? What's that? Why? Sometime later, she awoke alone in a wasteland. Having her memories from her head injury, the child was saved and adopted, being named Miriam. I'm not going to try, okay? Please, somebody tell me how this is pronounced, because I'm not gonna try and butcher what I'm not gonna try. No, I'm not gonna try. Miriam. Mary. Becoming the general of Asmodean unit Becoming the general of the Asmodean unit at the age of 9, Miriam participated in Asmodean's war with the kingdom of Lusitania. One day after seeing Abyss and triggering her memory, she betrayed her unit and rebelled before fleeing to Lusitania. After she joined the Lusitanian ranks, Miriam served to King Arth and Queen Anne. Okay, so she was an assassin? Okay, so Irina trained Mary to become an assassin. She hesitated when she was trying to kill a boy that was a few years older. Oh, because she was already young. She didn't want to kill someone just as young as her, almost. So she hesitated. Okay, she lost her memories when she slipped and hit her head, and then she was adopted. She renamed into Miriam. Oh, okay, so she became the general of a opposing unit to Kingdom of Lusitania, but then she saw Irina, Abyss, and she remembered what happened. She betrayed her opposing unit and rebelled, and then she went back to the Kingdom of Lusitania, and then she joined them and started serving the king and queen. Cool. Wonderful. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay, so now it's a hero's armor is always crimson. So, a different character played by Meko, I assume, since it's sung by Meko, and there's red on the screen. Yeah, I would assume so. In a town that fell to ruin at the end of a battle, a lone knight walks through. Oh my gosh, screen, please? Okay, thank you, wonderful. I can't do anything with the screen, it keeps going black! He earned more military gains than anyone. He killed more people than anyone. Okay, so since this is Meko singing this song, I'm going to guess that since this knight always had the armor on and was so strong, everyone thought that she was a guy, maybe. Or maybe she's just singing the song, I don't know. That's what I'm assuming, since the face is clearly covered. I'm gonna assume that this is where this is gonna go. Although it could go different. I would like a plot twist. He'd killed more people than anyone. The people of the enemy nation feared his form, and they desperately begged for their lives. She sounds so calm singing this, but he never revealed his face. Oh, grants their wish. Okay, you spare your enemies. So, wait, hold on. Wait, what? People, then they desperately beg for their lives. Oh, okay, never mind. Killed more people than anyone, so that makes sense for him to be like, nah, you're dying today. You're dying today. He never grants a wish. No, you're not staying alive. You get caught. A woman's corpse tightly held. An innocently smiling baby. Why is this song so like casual? I'm used to this with Vocaloid. I'm just saying, like, why are you so casual, Meko? Innocently smiling baby with cold eyes. Don't tell me you killed the baby. He lifted his sword. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Oh my gosh, the screen is killing me. I can't leave the survivors. No! Don't do that. Gosh, the screen is absolutely killing me. I can't do. Is there too many pixels on the screen for you, monitor? Can't leave any survivors. Sorry. And you're gonna say sorry after that? You can't just do that and say sorry. Excuse me. You cannot do that. That's not how this works. No. No. A hero's armor is always crimson. You're not a hero. What do you mean hero? What do you mean hero? I'm just speaking that now. A hero's armor is always crimson. You're not a hero. You're not a hero. Stop saying that. That is surely the color of the spilled blood he basks in. Even if these are deeds for someone's sake. Can you call that justice? No, you can't. 5 years flowed on since then. And the war continues today. My gosh. Waiting for the night at the temporary home is a lone, sweet girl. Oh, okay. So that's Meko. Back then, he noticed that stitched on her clothes was an imperial family crest. Oh, that's the only reason that she's alive then. That's all. If he had her on hand one day, she might be as useful as a hostage. That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason that she's alive right now. Because he thinks she's useful. Foolish, innocent girl. Who smiles and says, "Welcome home, Dad." You do this even though I myself am the one who killed your parents. Make-believe parent and child? How idiotic. A hero's armor is always crimson. That is surely the same color as his treachery. Even if these are deeds for someone's sake. Whose sake? Yours? Can you call that justice? No. It's not. It's not justice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We gotta switch up here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gray cloaks. Cult. On the battlefield, various things are running rampant. Victory, defeat, hatred, chance luck, and betrayal. Before he knew it, the knight was surrounded by a great many enemies. It was obvious that they weren't ordinary soldiers. So, okay, either he's going to, he's probably going to make a change in his life, okay? He's going to be able to let this little girl flee and live because he's going to sacrifice his life. And he's going to think about all the things that he's done to other people because he grew to care about this child. Do you guys believe me? Do you guys believe me? He's going to make a change of heart, okay? Watch. Quietly submit to us that girl, urged an old, okay. Quietly submit to us that girl, urged an old woman in black clothes. If he complied, they would probably murder her. But for the night, this must have been a desired outcome, not anymore. Because it was for that reason he'd be keeping her until now, but not anymore. That's right, I don't have any doubts. So then, why? There was someone who held a sword and stood in front of the night. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh no. She picked up the sword. She's like, no, you can't hurt my dad. Even though this isn't my dad and he killed my actual parents, but I treat him as my dad anyway because he's the only one I have left, and he's gonna definitely make a change of heart so that I can get away, right? Right? Oh, are you gonna sacrifice me? Oh, I made the wrong choice. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. A small trembling back. You can't. It was the young child. Pitiful girl. You do this even though the one you love as a father was just about to try to sell you off. But he's gonna change his mind. As the knight gently patted the girl's head, he faced the assassins and drew his sword. I'm not suited to being a father. And I don't lead a life I can be proud of. Exactly! But you say it's alright even so. I will become the knight in armor that protects you. Well then, shall we go? Oh, did he live? Yay! The hero's armor is always crimson. That is surely the color of the twilight he basks in. Walking hand in hand with that blood-stained era is a knight and a girl. On the battlefield there is neither justice nor evil. The day of his atonement will come someday. Until that time finally arrives. He's decided to be a father. See guys, not everything has to have a bad ending. Later he can repent for those sins of all that the blood that he has shattered, all the women and children that he's killed. But you know what? Today he's going to finally be a father. Yeah. Finally. See, you guys need to learn how to trust me and believe me more. See, I knew exactly where that was going, besides the fact of him sacrificing himself. But he's still alive for right now, so everything is fine, you know? Everything is fine, okay? One of the three heroes, the Red Lion Knight, Leonhardt Avadonia, daughter of Red, Germaine Avadonia, Zeta C. Bilzenia. Wasn't Bonica never mind, I don't know. There's too much. Ready Cat Sorceress, Abyss IR, the Special Maneuvers Task Force. Okay. Interesting. So let me see the slides here. Let me see the slides. Let me see. Okay, never mind. I thought it was on to something. Never mind. Okay. Born in the Byzantine Empire, Leonhardt Avadonia was raised in the art of swordsmanship. During the war between Byzantia and the Kingdom of Lusitania, he fell in love with Queen Anne and joined the enemy nation. Pursued by soldiers from his home country, Leonhardt killed them. After he removed the soldier's disguise, he was horrified to see that it was actually his younger brother. Oh! Oh! It's you! You're the one in inverted gravestone. You were the fugitive in inverted gravestone. Oh, it's you. It's you. Anyway, sorry. Later on, Leonhardt was approached by a little girl at the top of the cliff. She prepared to attack him before slipping off the cliff. Okay, Miriam. Later, he entered the Luspinian military and became part of the royal guard, serving King Arth. Then Leonhardt saw that Anne truly loved Arth, and he discarded his feelings for her. As the war dragged on, Leonhardt committed numerous atrocities against the enemy for the king, including killing innocent civilians, and became especially brutal towards fellow Bilzenians. Dang. Okay, so you were bad towards other people, but worse towards your own people. Leonhardt discovered a newly orphaned baby. He then noticed the crest of the Bilzenian imperial family and decided to take the child as a potential hostage. Over the next 5 years, he took the girl renamed Germaine. Germaine? Okay. She took the girl renamed Germaine. Along with him, he kept her in a temporary house. One day, they were approached by a group of spies. One of them is Ibis IR, urged him to hand over the child. Germaine rushed in front of him to protect him. Moved, Leonhardt then defended his daughter. After that day, Leonhardt adopted Germaine, treating her as his real daughter, and regret for his misdeeds. Fun fact, Germaine's ancestor is the child of Banica and Carlos. Yeah, okay, I figured because, like, she's from the Bilzenian, like, imperial family, and then Banica was also part of the imperial family, something like that. It's something like that. Bilzenian, it's all that ties up together, you know. So, that's what I was looking for earlier. I was like, wasn't Banica, like, part, yes, okay. She's the ancestor of the child of Banica and Carlos. Wonderful. At least we know now that the child of Banica and Carlos, grew up and, had a life. So amazing. Alright, so on to our last song, Swear an Oath on That Bridge. Alright. This is an interesting art style. It's kind of like manga esque. I can't rewind time. The gears will turn on until the spring snaps. These days where I starve off boredom. That's just what life is. That's what I thought. In the vicinity of that bridge, I will meet you all. And something changed. The mere whim of a rebellious witch. Probably. We assemble around an eccentric king. Is this Germaine? In orders of our vow, and even in those pieces. If you have any troubles, I'll at least give you advice, because I'm currently pointlessly leading a long life. I have plenty of experience. I can give you like a lot of experience if you want. The bridge connects this great land, as well as people's hearts. Surely that's so. Maybe that's so. Oh, maybe is it Irina? Maybe it's Irina. Maybe. Using a vessel. A moderate suggestion. Everyone laughs. I laugh too. Surely even something like this fate can be changed. Probably. We all have our own way, but we are the Trinity. Oh, this is like the Lucifinia Trinity people. Whoever they're supposed to be. I honestly, I'm gonna not gonna lie to you, I'm a little lost, but I also have a headache today, so everything's just not really, it's not clicking into place today. That's all we need. The river flows on, and we too continue forward. From a bat fluttering in the sky, I came to hear a song of the spring. Oh, Lulila! 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 I don't think it's a good thing that you're hearing that in the sky. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, Lulila always, In the vicinity of the bridge, I meet you all. And something changed. The mere whim of a rebellious witch. Probably. Unsteady heroes. The words of our vow, even those in pieces. A clumsy knight, a scary-eyed assassin, a bath-hating witch. Okay, where did that go? Bath-hating witch? What does that mean? Please tell me, what does that mean? What does this mean? Is this literal? Like, I'm a little confused. Oh, the maid show. This is okay. So we have the knight, Miriam, and then what? The mage, Arena. Surely even fate can be changed. And then this is the Lucifinia Trinity. And then this was the king born from mud, I believe. Right now we swear an oath on that bridge. Oh my gosh, Do you guys know that I just realized why the kingdom is called Lucifinia? Because Lucifer is the demon of pride. And I don't know how I brought up the other things about the Asmodean one being lust, Beelzenia being gluttony, after playing Obey Me. And then I didn't put together that Lucifinia is based off of the pride of Lucifer. Oh my gosh. Oh no, my stomach hurts. Oh my, how did I not? Oh my. That's crazy for me to do. Am I insane? Or is it just because that I don't... Maybe it's because when I played Obey Me, I didn't really, like... I don't mess with Lucifer like that. Like, he's fine, but I just... Maybe that's why it was just slow. I don't know. Is that the excuse I'm gonna use? A little. Swear an oath on that bridge. During Beelzenia's war with the kingdom of Lucifinia, Iluka served the Beelzenian Empire. Oh! That's Iluka. Interesting. Oh, why did I think that was Irina? Oh my! I'm telling you guys, I'm a little gone today. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm not here. Whoever's sitting here, whoever you see right now, that's not me. I don't know who this is. I don't know who I am. I don't know who this is. Iluka served the Beelzenian Empire. After some time, she returned back to traveling to find vessels of sin. In Lucifinia, she came up against Leonhardt and Mariam in battle, summoning a windstorm. Iluka blew their weapons away and defeated the two. She was afterwards confronted by King Oth on the battlefield and refused to fight him, instead fleeing into the Millennium Tree Forest. I can't get over this name change. Millennium Tree Forest. Millennium Tree Forest. I just want to call it Held's Forest. I just want to call it Held's Forest. Why are we adding these extra words? Well, if we know the forest got trees in it, that's why it's a forest. Right? Most forests have trees. Or plants. Why we gotta add tree forest? You could have at least named it Millennium Forest if you're gonna name it something. Not Millennium Tree Forest, when forest already insinuates that it has trees in it. A week later, she met with the King Arth and Queen Anne, along with Leonhart and Mariam at the Sanderson Bridge. Arth invited her to join him and serve by his side. Iluka agreed to the deal and pledged her loyalty to the Lucifinian king and Lucifinia, becoming involved in numerous conflicts as part of the Lucifinia's military expansion. The sorcerers became friends with them. By EC 490, they were regarded as the three heroes due to their wartime exploits together. Should I be clapping? I don't know. Is this good? It seems okay, maybe. I'm just surprised that this is Iluka. Well, I should have known she's a sorceress and stuff like that, and yeah, so Iluka is in this Luca's body. Okay. So she still has the immortal, thing to her because of that fact. Okay. So that's why she's still alive. All right. I'm interesting. I'm really out of it today. I don't know what's going on. But next time, hopefully, I am more into it because we have the famous Daughter of Evil and Servant of Evil, Regret Message, and Twilight Prank. So hopefully my brain can hold on to information more than it can today. But we did learn some side information. I'm pretty sure that this might be more relevant later on. But it's good for right now that we're getting that a little bit set up. Actually, I'm not sure if that's going to come into play later, or if not, or if that's just an addition to the stuff that we already know. It's just here, so we get a little bit of some things from like the ancestors or what happened to certain characters and all that. So that was those three, and next time I'm so excited to watch the PV for Daughter of Evil and Servant of Evil. I just really want to hear the songs again, especially Daughter of Evil. The last time I heard Daughter of Evil was when I was playing Project Sekai, and I got a full combo on hard on the very first time that I played it because I used to hear it a lot when I played Project Mirai on the Nintendo 3DS. I loved it, so that was my first time hearing Daughter of Evil. So anyway, I will see you guys next time on episode 9 of Evilia's Chronicles. Arigatou gozaimasu, and please enjoy your month of October. Dress up, eat sweets, or if you don't like sweets, you just, dress up, creep people out, stare at people like this, make them uncomfortable. Actually, no, don't do that. Arigatou gozaimasu.